and welcome to Wolves World. This is the match review of the 1-1 draw with Southampton at Molineux on Monday night. First of all, I think it's fair to say that the point was something I would have taken before the game started, but after seeing the game unfold, it is hard to sit here and say that I'm happy with that result. I think that was a game that, as it developed, was there for the taking, and I think Wolves should probably have come away with the 3 points. So it's 2020, and who would have thought this could have happened? Nuno has played 4 at the back. This is something I did not expect to sit on my channel and talk about, but I'm actually pleased I am. I think it went quite well in terms of the 4. There's things to work on, some pros and cons, and there's lots of positives and negatives as well from the overall performance, not just the 4 at the back. And I'd like to start with them, maybe going through the positives first. First of all, I called for excitement, and yesterday it was end-to-end. It was exciting, and as predicted, both teams definitely went for it. Yes, the scoreline wasn't massive. There wasn't loads and loads of chances, especially in the first half, but Wolves had 20 shots yesterday. I feel like that's probably as many as maybe 2 or 3 games combined, so I was really pleased to see us get forward like that. Another positive for me was Moutinho, someone who I have definitely said openly, especially on this channel, I thought maybe was starting to decline as a performer and as an impact in the Wolves team. But I think yesterday he showed, maybe he had his bit between his teeth after not coming on the last game. He was excellent yesterday. I thought one thing I've noticed about him was he broke up play better than I've ever seen him. Really busy, got in around it. He rarely lost the ball. He was forward thinking with his passing, and he set Wolves on a number of attacks throughout the game, including the ultimate Jimenez shot that led to the goal. Another positive with the 4 at the back was I didn't feel it held Semedo and Ait-Nouri back. While I didn't think either of them had great games, I thought they at least were still getting forward, and we didn't sit with the flat back 4. The full-backs, wing-backs, whatever they were yesterday, definitely was still a big feature of our game, and I think that had they maybe had better performances, even more chances could have come from that. I think the final 2 positives are both on individual players. Max Kilman, for me, yes, maybe the ball came through his legs for the goal, but I think he's turned into a really solid centre-half. I think he's definitely ousted Saiss now in that position, and I think he's massively reduced the need and the worry for Wolves fans about getting another centre-back in, something I'll talk about in future videos. And finally, Neto. How this guy was on the bench is beyond me. I thought Podence was poor last time, and I called for Traore to start. So going with Podence and Traore was a surprise for me, especially given Neto's debut goal for Portugal in the week. He came on, he changed the game, as he always does. He ran at players, he was incisive, he was fast, and ultimately got his goal. And I think, had we had that from the start today, the first half would have created more chances, and I think we would have put some away in the second half when other players who aren't the finisher that he is fluff the lines, basically. Okay, a few negatives, because there are some. I think it's fair to say that game should have been put to bed by Wolves. So the first negative for me is we did not finish chances. We were not as clinical as I would have liked. I think you look at Dendonker's on the rebound in the first half. I think Podence with a shot or 2. Jimenez missing a header amongst others. There was chances there for us. When you have 20 shots and maybe 9 or 10 are on target, I think you've got to score more than 1 goal at home, even with a good keeper and a solid defence that Southampton do have. Another negative for me, and I'm concerned that people use the word scapegoat, but I just don't see what Traore brings to a game at the moment. Traore is very exciting, he's very fast, but he's very one-dimensional. Other teams now know, and it shouldn't have taken them as long as this to figure out, Traore will get the ball, he will try and run around the outside of you and put a cross up, stand a cross up as well, which keepers are now starting to come claim, to an area where hopefully Jimenez, maybe Dendonker, will be to get the ball. That tactic has not worked. His first 6 touches today, he ended on the floor all 6 times after dribbling, and only 2 of them resulted in a foul, and none of them got a ball into the box. That, for me, highlights why he is a limited footballer still. I think he's fantastic, he's given us great moments, and he is capable of really turning it on. But if he really wants this new contract and he wants more minutes, I just feel he's got to do that sooner and more regularly, because he isn't going to keep getting these chances with Neto and Podence playing, not maybe consistently, but generally better than he is. And I think that's something he needs to think about moving forwards. And while I called for him to start today, and I was glad to see him on the team sheet, I was left nothing but disappointed by his performance. So here's my player ratings for today's game. I do feel where I've read other player ratings, people were a little bit critical, or possibly, as often they do, just took a guess at how people performed. However, for me, you can see a few standout numbers there. Patricio, again, solid as ever, nothing you could do about the goal. Semedo and Nuri were quite poor today, but not horrendous. Possibly avoided fives, but anyway, I think Kilman's really growing, played well. Bolly and him, not really to blame. Did the best without Cody to be the ball players, and I think they did that quite well. Neves was the right man to come off when he did. Dendoncker was an average performance, I think, for him, but he's played so well this year, I was quite happy to keep him on, and he's a threat. Moutinho, excellent man of the match, as discussed. Traore and Podence, I think, just took too long to get going, really. Yes, there was little moments, Podence's shot especially in the first half, but I think really they were probably fortunate to both start, and I don't think we'll see that starting to either side of Jimenez next time. Neto, man of the match, absolutely excellent, and Vitinha, can't really judge him. But overall, I was surprised and excited by the lineup when I saw it, because I knew it before at the back, and I think that went very well in summary. So to summarise the game today, I think Southampton 1-1 draw is actually a result I would have taken. I think Southampton are a good team with some of the best form in the league, and Wolves have got a tricky run of fixtures, so to not have started that with a defeat was very important. Yes, we would have liked 3 points, and if I recorded this YouTube video after the game had finished rather than waited a little bit, I think it would have sounded quite different. There was a little bit of frustration, especially in the 10-15 minutes after their goal, which I do think Nuri needs to have a look at himself for, and then also Semedo. But overall, I'll take that point. Yes, it would have been nice to have 3. Let's move on. Arsenal is definitely a winnable game. They're not scoring lots of goals, which play into Wolves' hands, because neither are we. And I'm very much looking forward to that on Sunday. So that's my review of the Southampton game. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. Please hit like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at NorthernWolf10. I've got a website as well for my writing, which will be getting updated at least once a week. It's www.wolvesworld.org. Hope to see you soon. Please find me any questions, comments on the video. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.